If you like this video, please click on the like button. Comment with the names of the movies you would like us to cover next. Click the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get notified of our latest creations. We cover 100 movies from around the world every day. To advertise with our channel, reach out to us. Our contact information is on our channel page. Now, let's move to the plot of this movie.
Magdy is a severely overweight man with a bunch of female friends who all see him as one of the girls. He's about as sexually appealing to them as a teddy bear. All he wants is a woman who can see past his unsightly exterior and see him for who he is inside. He reconnects with Dina, a girl he had a crush on back when he was a skinny kid, via Facebook, and they get to know each other over the phone, without ever having seen any pictures of each other. Dina, upon returning to Egypt, asks Magdy to pick her up from the airport, which he agrees to do while secretly praying that she doesn't turn out to be too conventionally attractive. When Magdy sees how beautiful Dina is, he lacks the confidence to out himself as Magdy and instead introduces himself as Magdy's cousin, Adel, and informs her that Magdy had to travel abroad. With his friend's help, he proceeds to try to get her to love him as Adel, fat and all. They then get to start dating, and eventually Magdy proposes to Dina through showing her a showcase of art. She then says that the only reason she dated him was because of a college project examining the life of overweight people. Magdy, depressed, starts to ask his uncle for help into losing weight. His uncle, who's also fat, claims that it's impossible, and Magdy eventually gives up in a discussion with his friends. Later, Magdy receives a phone call from his uncle who announces that he's dying. Magdy then rides his car, but due to speeding, his car overturns. Several bystanders then try to get him out but can't due to his weight. But eventually he's able to go through the car door. Magdy then arrives to his uncle's house, where he finds him in the floor. His uncle tells him his last words, "Get thin, Magdy," and dies. Magdy, now determined, finally tries to seriously lose weight. He contacts an old friend who is a fitness coach, and Magdy joins the gym. He's also given a small shack to live in. The next few weeks are very hard for Magdy. He stops going to the fridge at night and is forced to stop an old habit of always eating when talking. He starts exercising more. One day, Magdy starts drawing in his shack out of boredom. He then keeps drawing for a long time, not eating. He then realizes this, and once he does, he leaves his shack and starts shouting out, "I am not hungry. I am not hungry," multiple times while it's raining. 2 years later, in a meeting announcing a new animated show, it's revealed many of the characters are attending, including Dina. Magdy, now very thin, is not recognizable by anyone. He sits with Dina and Dina asks where Magdy, an old friend, is. Magdy then claims that he's been in Australia for a couple years. He then says that's is a good friend of Magdy. The animated show starts and the fitness coach announces the artist of the animation. He reveals it's Magdy. The people, surprised, realize is talking about the obese person from years past. Magdy is then seen smiling and thinking, "Life is good now." His stomach then bellows and he goes on to say, "I want to eat." The movie then ends. Unclear about his future relationship with Dina.